So James, thank you for joining me today. Great to have you on the program. Look, we have limited time together, so let's jump right into it. SiliconEdge, a global leadership and professional development firm. James, what exactly is results-driven coaching compared to today's standard coaching fare?
Jason, it's nice to talk with you again. Well, I think first we should probably acknowledge there's really no end to the amount of people who've been calling themselves coaches or trying to break into the business. Certainly, that can be both good and bad depending on many factors. I'd also mention that coaching is a very broad subject, ranging from executive coaches, business coaches, performance coaches, career coaches, spiritual coaches, and life coaches, and so on. But I think what this has meant is that many coaches coming in are really looking to engage or are forced to engage in more of a Socratic method of simply asking what you're looking to accomplish. This as opposed to providing a model and specific tactics and these what I call nanoscripts or microscripts that will move you from point to point. So they're engaging in a much more high level, very fluffy, almost chatty manner of coaching along the lines of therapy. Again, not necessarily bad, but in contrast to that, we're offering a whole different model called results-driven coaching. Now, SiliconEdge, along with its sponsorship of both the APCA, Asia Pacific Coaching Alliance, and the High Impact Coaching Alliance, an R&D arm, has been really pioneering this idea of results-driven coaching. The difference is we're looking to solve problems, not to moan about them, not to complain, not to kvetch. What that means is we're not simply asking Socratic method questions or open-ended questions. We actually step in to guide you. The difference is, imagine a hitting coach in baseball saying, how do you feel holding the bat? What are you thinking about? What would you like to do? As opposed to someone else stepping in and showing you how to improve your stance, widen it up, move your elbow, change your hands, etc. We're offering the latter. Now, believe it or not, that's extremely rare in this industry. And so far, clients have really seemed to love the approach we're taking based on both feedbacks, repeat buys, and also referrals to other companies and individuals as well.
Thanks, James. Look, I know you coach for a large number of international firms as well as Silicon Valley startups. What are some recent success stories of your coaching?
Wow, you caught me a bit off guard with that one. As you know, we work with a broad range of clients and across regions, but we're also industry agnostic. So it could be hedge funds, financial, high-tech, pharma, life science. It really doesn't matter. But a few specific areas that we've worked with recently. One of the huge ones, organizational power and politics, developing cultures which are forward-looking and are innovative and creative. And again, that may sound quaint or a little bit like a cliche, but if you begin to really understand the way these things work, it makes sense. You take Apple, for instance, under Steve Jobs, you look at the iPhone. On the one hand, you could say it's amazing that they were able to develop that against incumbents like Nokia, but really, the real issue is how someone like Nokia didn't make it. Same thing when you look at the iPod. The iPod is simply the Sony Walkman version 2. Why didn't Sony make it? When you begin to analyze these and kind of peel away the onion, you find out that it comes down to a lot of the organizational power and politics. We do a lot with marriage training, the relationships, sales training as well, and really a holistic approach to helping the executive have the skills and power they need to move themselves forward and as effortlessly and able to conserve as much energy as possible in the process.
Great. Look, regarding your coaching on the personal relationships and marriages of these executives, this sounds like therapy, is it?
Well, yes. I mean, I could see why it would seem like therapy to many people. It's true. We do a lot of work with executives on their personal relationships and marriages. And it really makes perfect sense when you think of the old adage, happy wife, happy life. And then again, vice versa for our female executives who have husbands to keep happy and families to nurture and to attend to. However, while this may sound like therapy or marriage counseling, it really isn't. You know, therapy primarily is about spending years moaning and belly aching or simply sharing problems or offering a shoulder to cry on or a dry tissue. Nothing inherently wrong with that. It serves a lot of people's purposes and it can be useful. but it's not really needed because almost everyone offers that. Again, we are rare in that we are offering problem-solving solutions. We want to identify and solve your problem or get you over that point as rapidly as possible, as painlessly as possible. And the response we've gotten to date tells us that people are not just grateful, but really thirst and are clamoring for this type of approach and framework.
James, thank you for your time here today. It's been really interesting and informative. Wishing you great success in helping executives improve their performance and lives. Good to see. Thanks for being on the show.